Hello, Internet. My name is Ben, and I often go by Ned or Nedaula online. And today, we're going to check out episodes 3 and 4 of Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. I kind of maybe not realized how much I don't remember the show, even though I did say I've seen very little and never consecutive episodes. I think at most I'm remembering the movie I've seen, and I've been just enjoying, once again, how much I love the 80s and 90s style anime. I know this came out in the early 2000s, but that style of anime where like it was still very much physical drawings with added 3D elements on top of it to enhance it, and done well to the point it's not distracting or it doesn't stand out that much. Yes, you can tell. Yes, you know, it gets around certain limitations and corners and speeds up some things and save costs in other ways, but they do a really good job about making it all look cohesive and something I don't see in a lot of modern animations and cartoons. First two episodes were very much standalone storylines. They very much were just the world building, kind of introducing us to things as they are in this world. I'm excited to see what's up next for us in this show, and to see if we're going to start getting any larger multi-episode story arcs going, which I hope and I kind of do believe we'll see down the road once we really get familiar with everything. Without further ado, let us get going. I really do like this 3D intro quite a bit. There's just something nostalgic about it. Interesting shoulders on the dress. A lot of burbs. Okay. Trigger warning. The crow imagery now makes sense. Yeah, this seems deliberate, like someone is intentionally making these people kill themselves. Oh, that's gonna be a slow way to die. That would be such an awful feeling, not being able to control yourself, but being compelled to harm yourself in that way. That'd be awful.
Androids committing mass suicide. Tell me the media's not going to be all over this.
No, they will be.
Quick. While I talk to the man in charge, you've got 10 minutes to survey the...
That is a flex right now with the reflection and the actual character talking. That's a lot of extra work to have two different angles of the same mouth flaps and like person talking in one scene. Oh, did she go in and... Oh, she's invisible, and so is the Tachikoma. That is one silent fucking mini tank.
I apologize for all the trouble created by this. I'm eager to put it behind us.
Alright, good now.
The same model was involved in each instance, correct? Yes, but now there are only 8,000 units operating in the entire country.
Only 8,000? Could be a small army if someone gets a hold of him.
The thing is, a lot of users
Frickin' Jerry.
retrofits to their
Insert Jerry. Editor titties. I mean, they're nippleless? But editor titties? What's the plot? What's happening? I know we're just interviewing this plant manager. Weapons of mass distraction. Oh, they just unstealthed and said fucking YOLO.
Sorry, doesn't look like we'll need you this time around.
Aww.
Major, from what I understand, when somebody houses, they're entitled to a souvenir from the people who went on the trip, right?
Tell you what, as a souvenir, how about stories of my adventures? I'll tell you so many you'll never...
No, they want trinkets, damn it. I would say we get him a lucky cat. How about that? Is that a good compromise?
He protected his own Jerry so that it would be the only one left uninfected. In which case, there's a high probability that the culprit has an android that hasn't malfunctioned.
Most likely.
Well, that's a hell of a way to make it easily trackable to who did it.
Good work for such a short amount of time.
This episode is definitely taking a
something wrong?
more story focused, slower burn approach instead of the action heavier ones of the last two. He's in love with his Jerry.
I can't live without you. You realize that. Maybe we'll escape to Italy.
What do we do then?
We'll see.
Did he really
What's
need to like sabotage the other ones? Is he that jealous or that in love with his android that he doesn't want anyone else to have the same model?
Give me emptiness.
Yeah, he seems very disconnected from reality or his humanity. Or I don't want to be a dick and go, hey, he's ill, he's wrong, just because he's in love with his robot. Because in this world, that could be very confusing, where like androids, robots, and cybernetics are all kind of just wishy-washy or very interconnected, and that could make it very confusing. And so I feel like he might be harboring some jealousy of the others and feeling ownership of the specific model, which can kind of just be a toxic sense of love. And that's why I kind of say he's losing touch with reality and humanity.
Being ready for that 1 in a million job is what the work's about. While the other million minus one times, you simply spin your wheels and come up empty.
Speaking of jobs and 1 in a million jobs, I wonder how much they get paid to be a part of this Section 7, not 7, Section 19.
What a joy.
That's an interesting car design. This honestly feels like a great example of like the paper texture itself coming through. In the background, that's just supposed to be like a very light variation in color. For me, it looks like it's a mix of like a very, very light pink or whitish and some teal. So maybe like tealish, bluish, and the whiter parts are supposed to represent some light clouds and stuff. But if you look at the top, where my mouse cursor is right here, you see this black spot here, you see it, and there's 2 more over here. And to me, that might just be the texture of the paper, or like the damage of the damaged paper that the background was painted on, that's coming through. But like, you also get these little, you can literally see the texture of the paper and the coloring of the background itself. I don't know how well that's gonna show up on camera or anything, but you can see that, and that's something you don't get nowadays. Hey, and you can even kind of see it in the hair and on the jacket, like of Bato over here, like where it's not a perfectly clean single shade of color, and that's because it's done. If I'm wrong, correct me, but it's done on real 2D hand-drawn paper. I know a lot of cartoons were starting to transition, but like at least certain elements are part of it is still hand-drawn, and that you can really see it. I could be wrong in that they started digitizing it, but the way the art style looks kind of doesn't look like they've done that yet, especially when you see the 3D modeled car.
I could have opened the door without leaving a scratch.
A commendable skill, but it's way too slow.
Fair enough. Is this the right apartment? It kind of looks like it, but I mean, he's long gone. Yeah, he's not here anymore.
Get a load of this.
Dude's got some older tech.
Film freak.
He's got some real analog like equipment there for this day and age. And then again, a lot of modern technologies of like media consumption weren't fully realized even at this point when this show was made and the anime or manga were made.
I don't keep track of each and every sex doll collector who these plaything androids are being sent off to.
Forget it. Huh? Not our guy.
Not again. Damn it.
I like how they just get up and say, all right, not our guy, fuck it, we're out.
Marshall McLaughlin, son of the Canadian ambassador, age 26.
Why did my brain just go Sarah McLachlan's kid? In the arms of...
I'll request that the embassy revoke his diplomatic immunity.
You got a fix on him,
Diplomatic
Nedaula?
immunity. Insert Star Wars clip.
We're on a diplomatic mission.
Still, for someone to buy a robot and try to turn it
I
into...
wonder too now, I wonder how much Detroit Become Human was influenced by this, by specifically Ghost in the Shell and its different storylines and iterations.
You're always going to find somebody who's nostalgic over a piece of the past. For instance, an antiquated contraption money won't buy. You two have a lot in common.
Yeah, he's talking about your gun. It's very antiquated.
Me. You sure got some balls saying that to me, considering this prehistoric clunker you drive.
Looking at you
What are you looking at me for?
because I want to. In profile,
You
your
should
smile's
be
very pretty.
Keep your eyes on
It's
the
your
road.
best feature.
There are lots of girls prettier than I am.
Not to
I'm
me.
not good with other women.
Do you believe in the existence of the soul, Marshall?
Love is the only thing I believe in.
All you need is love.
She infiltrated his GPS and created a traffic jam that doesn't exist. Cool.
Nice one, Major.
Thanks to the great and powerful Major. Now we have to sit tight till we
Major
hear from the old man
Kusanagi is
himself.
a badass.
The embassy has revoked his diplomatic immunity. Get him.
Yes, sir.
But he's still an ambassador's son. Let's try not to damage him.
Negotiation was always my specialty, not weapons or hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, sure.
Was
I'll
it?
just bet.
Yeah, Togusa is pressing X to doubt.
The guy won't get very far dragging that Jerry behind him.
It's just weird that like this guy, I feel like, is finding an attachment to this android and Jerry robot because it's very submissive. It does what it's told. It just can't really think for itself. And because he's so insecure, the ease with which he can interact and communicate and not have pressure of like an actual human being with complex thoughts and emotions makes it so for him it's just so comfortable. He's gotten so used to it. He's afraid to be able to actually put himself out there for something more real, more concrete, and more substantial. And that just might be a product of his upbringing. It might be a product of just countless rejections. It might be a product of just fear building up and never really confronting it.
My name is Marshall McLaughlin, son of Canadian Ambassador Herbert McLaughlin.
He's Canadian.
You can't arrest me. It's hopeless after all. Back off!
Oh shit, he's got a gun.
Jerry? What are you doing? Are you crazy?
No, she's stopping you.
No, I'm not.
Damn.
I don't want to go with you.
Oh,
I
fuck.
don't want to be in love with you.
Oh, that's gonna be a blow to his emotional state. Just getting rejected by the one thing he is in love with.
What's going on here?
That's a rough one to deal with, and I don't know how much therapy it's gonna take to get through this.
What's ironic is their reaction was opposite from what was expected, and now parts aren't produced for that model anymore.
That is a rough turn of events.
And you mean that's how come he tried to get rid of the other Jerrys to eliminate competition?
Kinda. Jealousy.
His motives were insane.
Jealousy makes people do weird things.
Jerrys are robots. They don't have ghosts.
They often refer to ghosts as like the soul of a person. There's a huge debate or dynamic or questioning of, do androids, fully synthetic creations, have ghosts, aka souls?
20th century films are great. Nothing beats them.
Are you crazy?
Crazy? No, I'm not. No. Yes, I am. I don't want to be.
Wait, was this guy just reenacting a movie with his android, or was his android reenacting it?
No, I'm not. No. Yes, I am.
Damn.
I don't want
That's wild. Yeah, he was just quoting and reenacting this whole ass movie.
Love's the only thing I believe in.
Damn. That's a pretty nifty way of actually wrapping up this episode.
Wasn't there more dialogue here at one time?
Never. The film's an uncut version.
So he tried to rewrite the ending, or the android did try, rewrote it. That's actually really wild. That episode, for the most part, was like very unassuming, very just kind of low key. And then at the end, they kind of twisted, oh, hey, this is where it was coming from movie. And to even further twist it, it turned out a different way than what McLaughlin was thinking it was going to be. That's actually cool. Honestly, the whole audio and like music has been pretty banging for 3 episodes. Like the mix on the music to me seems typically mixed louder than most shows are willing to do. They like a lot of shows and animes and stuff kind of tune the music down a little bit unless it's part of like the atmosphere of the scene itself, like it's a club scene or something. But this show seems to like actually put that music pretty high in its importance and the forefront of like how they like it's in the overall mix of things. Are we getting a Tachikoma at the end of episode 3? Yes, we are. Yeah, this is 100% a continuation of the last one. She got flattened.
What an unpleasant experience that was.
From that big tank, yeah. Oh no.
Did that tank get everyone else too? So this is one of those mementos intended just for those like yours truly who had to stay behind, huh?
She got a tchotchke, hell yeah.
Didn't forget about me.
It looks like a brain case. These are like mini little episodes or mini show after the fact, and it's fucking awesome.
So without further ado, away we go.
I love you, Marshall. I love you, Marshall. I love you, Marshall. I love you, Marshall.
That's a nightmare.
Love, love.
That is now one depressed fuck robot. Standalone episode, banger. Really interesting philosophical questions asked once again. Like, the show's been really examining the human and its reactions to a cybernetic world, and like just making you think of the what ifs of dealing with humanity competing against electronics and androids and things in a much more human-like package than exists now. Like, we're fighting against AI imagery and slop of just AI art and music and whatnot, and people are going, well, this stuff is kind of soulless and lacks originality or interest in the kind of implications of copying people's art and using it as the blueprint for these AI algorithms to output all this stuff, and the ethical uses or the ethical connotations to all this. So yeah, I've been really enjoying it. 3 episodes in, it's been a very interesting and fun ride. And like, once again, I think my biggest hope is to see larger multi-episode arcs. I hope we start to get that, but you know, it could also be part of the title of it being standalone complex, where each of these episodes are just small self-contained stories, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're all interesting so far. They've all asked questions. They've all made me think about things. Like, can I articulate every thought that is coming my way from these questions that are being asked, these ideals that are being introduced in question? No, but they're fun nonetheless, and I'm enjoying the ride of it all. And just, it's a very gorgeous package, very well done animation, and I can't complain about it. Let us get into episode 4 and see what we have in store. I wonder if this is going to be the only intro for this whole show, or if in the second half or the second gig part of it, if it does change up the intro, or if we get other intros before then. But with it being as short of a show as it is, kind of doubt it that we're going to get anything until the second half. Wee woo. Wee woo. Sir, you're wet. And not in the fun way. You're the wet spot.
Yamaguchi.
Ooh.
Oh, Chief Nebu. What are you doing down here after hours?
Hell of a question.
Ominous.
How about a drink? Just you and me.
Who's got a gun?
Sorry.
Very suspicious. Very weird.
Sorry to call so late out of the blue and all, but I'm analyzing some sensitive data and I need a second opinion. Okay if I bring it to you?
You mean now?
Kind of seems urgent.
Is there a problem?
Could be.
You remember the Laughing Man case?
I feel like the Laughing Man case might have been the 95 movie, or at least part of it. Could be wrong. It's been a minute since I've seen that movie too. Or I could just be misremembering it from what I've seen as a kid of this show. This episode actually, like in the title splash screen of like loading after the opening cutscene, had in the top right it said complex episode. Well, the previous 3 have all said standalone episode, so this might be the first time we're seeing something more large range, and that's a shit way to go. FedEx. That is 100% a FedEx box.
Hey, what's in the box? This.
Connex. Okay.
Training equipment.
More? Highway accident. Police
I love how like
burned beyond recognition.
It's just barcodes for the story, for like eyes to just the digital eyes of people are to read it instead of it being actual letters and shit now.
This agent had inside information that may be very pertinent. We need to follow it up, but we need to do it quietly. You've got 3 days. See what you can find out.
Thank you very much, sir.
So, what was his buddy worried about?
Others think it's standard corporate warfare. Some conglomerate trying to get an edge on the market.
Why are you... What are you scribbling?
Plain old thievery.
Did he do that intentionally? Or is that just him absentmindedly scribbling his additional thoughts that he...
He was Class A when he started this thing, but he couldn't sustain it. His work turned mediocre. I don't like anything about this case. Not the hacker, the corporations, or the cops.
Yeah, this wasn't the plot of the movie.
But we still have to check out police headquarters.
I'm Mrs. Yamaguchi.
I'm sorry.
Not the widow.
My husband told me about you. He said I could trust you. I'm glad you came so I
Damn,
could
that's
give you
high
this.
praise.
It arrived from my husband this morning. He said you'd know what to do with it.
Really?
Forward thinking and thinking ahead, knowing that he might come into trouble if he held on to the evidence.
Next. 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 Next.
Happy. This
Enlarge
looks like
22
photos
to
of this
56.
person's life.
Next. Next. Next.
I do like how they're showing this in like investigation, like slow step-by-step type stuff, and just not like bum rushing even the smaller, slower moments.
Hi, it's me. I'm afraid I won't be coming
What are
home.
you eavesdropping for, Major? Okay, so I mentioned this in the first episode of reaction, but like it just had two moments where like one, it was a static shot or a static piece of art where it started panning across to make like there was still motion while the character that was actually talking was off screen. And then it did a still shot of Major never moving, never talking, just standing there motionless while Togusa continued to talk off screen. That is a money saving measure so they can use their budget and time for more complex action scenes later, whether it's this episode or later in the season. It is done for a reason, and those panning shots are meant to convey motion while keeping a like lower budget, and that is smart because that tells you they're using their money elsewhere. She never said a thing to him. Damn, that's a big ass looking Keurig. Way before its time.
Wait a minute.
Those photographs were all taken off from who was actually POV'd, right?
Load C96. This one too. C92.
Yeah, they're all from a weird
Enlarge
angle.
4 to 13.
They're taken from an impossible angle or something.
In every photo, there's one thing missing. The camera.
Oh, yeah, shit. No, okay. That's interesting as fuck.
I guess I was expecting you to show up there.
Well, I got held up with a few things. I take it you met his wife there.
Half your face ain't moving, my guy.
An idiot,
What
huh?
happened?
Anyway, you've got other sources. You'll find out one way or the other. Truth is, we got
That glass like panel looks so weird with the way they're doing it.
You've had lots of other witnesses that led you nowhere.
Our orders are to catch him in the act, so that's what we're trying to do.
How's that done?
By setting them up.
Plus, they're good for 3 months, and we don't even have to tail the guy. You just wait till he goes to
Interesting.
the doctor or hospital.
That seems like a major invasion of privacy.
They were all implanted with interceptors without their knowledge.
This is the suspicious activity
Interesting.
Yamaguchi tried to warn you about. And he
Why would the
went all
chief
the way to
have all of his
Yes.
It may be a little irregular to
investigators
implant them in your own
planted with
agents,
them?
but it's not illegal.
But they didn't submit any paperwork. This was all done in secret.
Oh,
the law requires
shit.
a neutral third-party observer. They didn't have one of those either. As far as I can tell, every guy in the department was under round-the-clock surveillance.
I've heard
That's
of monitoring
wild.
on-the-job performance, but that's going a little too far.
There must be something behind this.
The setup.
Tommy's working for Serrano now.
In that case, let's shake him up a little.
Ooh, what do you got in mind, Major? Damn, that's some ancient tech. Fucking satellites and CRT monitors and shit. This future is very much influenced by the 90s tech, like late 90s tech that existed at the time.
And wouldn't it be a shame if the cybercops found out that this place is a server for info terrorists and you're right in the middle of it?
I see you still like to make these little inside jokes.
I'm so glad we have an understanding.
Damn, that is a brilliant move. Basically planting false information to set someone up to act on it. That is fucking brilliant.
You can at least stay and have a drink with me.
I would if you had anything that wasn't watered down.
That was uncalled for.
Damn.
Is it true that interceptors have been planted within the police department, that the law was sidestepped and they're being used illegally?
What?
I wonder if he even knows.
If you just answer the question, sir.
Try this again and I'll arrest you. Now go away.
What a dick bag. I wonder if he even knows about it. Damn,
Looks
get
like
set
our
up,
luck
bitch.
pulling the strings on this one. Well, yeah, I suppose it can't be helped. Not at all. It was just the price of a police captain's pension. I'm glad to hear you say that.
That definitely looked like military's the ones involved or controlling the shots here.
Last week, certain publications alleged that interceptors were
Allegedly.
being used in violation of legal standards.
Allegedly in violation.
Admitted participating in these acts.
Damn, they're just using him as a fall guy. I don't feel like the chief actually did it himself. I don't think it was his idea, and that it goes much deeper than him. Just like they think it's someone behind the scenes or higher up the chain.
It's my understanding that they were selected through a formal bidding system that is very carefully regulated.
Yeah, that seems like a roundabout answer, because like if they were instituted illegally and without knowledge of these officers and investigators, then how the fuck did they get a hold of this tech in a legal manner?
That's weird. Is the cameraman drunk or what?
Yeah, what the fuck? The laughing man? The laughing man's attacking.
That's him.
Yeah, what's wrong with this darn thing?
Bato, it's the laughing man. Jesus Christ, are you that densed?
I tried to avoid this. I didn't want to be involved in your world any longer.
I was honestly fed up with you people and your rotting rubbish heap of a world.
In a word, I was exhausted from my fruitless exertions, unfortunately.
Are you seeing shit now, guy? It'd be very weird and yeah, digital eyes have it hacked to see these like overlays as if they are just augmented reality overlays of shit.
If you put on another performance that rings as false as this one, I will be forced to remove you from the stage.
Ka-chow.
Takigawa! Call an ambulance, hurry!
Bambulance! Whoa, Black Betty, Bambulance!
That's Laughing Man?
He's back! That symbol I've definitely seen loads of times before. And I think I'm happy with that episode for the fact that it's finally setting up a much larger, longer term, multi-episodal arc. Like I kind of thought the first couple episodes were really to establish the world and give us a good sense of the rules, the people in it, and who we're going to focus on as major players of events to come. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. This has been fun. This is hell up my alley between the cyberpunk, cybernetics, like futurism.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are they doing calisthenics?
2, 3, 4. 2. Come on now, we have to put trivial matters aside. Okay, let's go, comrades.
Yeah, whatever.
Right.
Did they choreograph some? They're on like a weird ass racetrack. Jesus. Like I said, this has been a fun ride. I'm glad that finally, after 4 episodes, we're now on a multi-episode arc. We're finally in this world. We're finally getting into it. We're finally I'm having a great time with it. I'm excited to see what's to come. The philosophical questions that we're getting already are very like surface level right now, in my opinion. And it definitely feels like we're about to, with this next arc, few episodes, we're going to get into something much heavier, much more in depth, more complex, and I'm excited to see what happens and where this goes. The animation and art style is gorgeous. It's kind of my favorite style of anime art style. It's to me very reminiscent of Studio Ghibli's style, or heavily influenced by it, but being less fantasy based and more technology based of like aesthetic, in my opinion, is the major difference between it. Great series so far, and I'm so glad once again that I'm doing this finally. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this reaction, please comment, like, and subscribe. I stream on Twitch as well quite frequently. You can find me at twitch.tv/Nedaula. I appreciate you for spending time with me as I finally get into a series that has always piqued my interest. Until next time, bye.